There is a fire within you that this world cannot comprehend, a light that darkness cannot extinguish, and a presence that unsettles those who carry hidden shadows. If you are truly chosen, if you carry the mark of purpose upon your life, understand this: you will irritate demons in people. Your very existence will stir the spirits of those who live in bondage to darkness. Your presence will provoke reactions that seem irrational, unwarranted, and unexpected. Why? Because the power within you disrupts the hold of darkness on their lives. Have you ever wondered why certain people seem to dislike you for no clear reason? Why their eyes glare with resentment when you've done nothing but stand in truth? Why their words bite and sting though you have shown kindness? There is a reason, a deeper cause that transcends simple misunderstandings. It is the irritation of spirits within them. When the light within you shines too brightly, it exposes the darkness in others, and darkness does not like to be revealed. What you carry disturbs the things they try to conceal. Your presence becomes a mirror that forces them to confront what they would rather ignore. Understand this: those who carry hidden bitterness, unresolved anger, or spirits of envy will react harshly to those marked by divine favor. You do not have to speak a word, do not have to proclaim your purpose, yet your very presence unsettles them. It is not you they despise, but the light within you that they cannot comprehend. Their hostility is not born of logic or reason. It is a reaction from the depths of their own turmoil. The spirit within you disrupts the spirits within them, and they respond with hatred, anger, and jealousy that seem to come from nowhere. Such individuals may smile in the company of others but reserve their scorn for you. They may celebrate the success of those around them but find reasons to belittle your progress. They may accuse you of arrogance when you are simply confident, or of selfishness when you protect your boundaries. Their perception of you is not based on truth, but on the distortion of their own wounded hearts. To them, your joy feels like a provocation, your peace like an offense, your confidence like a threat. They see in you what they lack, and instead of seeking healing, they choose to despise the reflection you reveal. In the face of this unexplainable hostility, it can be tempting to question yourself, to wonder if you are too much, if your light shines too brightly, if perhaps you should dim yourself to make others comfortable. But understand this: you are not responsible for the discomfort your presence brings to those who choose darkness over light. You are not called to appease the spirits that react to the anointing on your life. You are called to stand firm, to let your light shine even when it exposes the shadows in others. The irritation you cause is not a sign of failure. It is a sign that the power within you is unmistakable, undeniable, and unyielding. Let them hate, let them resent, let them grow hostile if they choose. Their reaction is their responsibility, not your burden. The fire within you was not given to be hidden or dimmed. It was given to shine, to pierce darkness, and to illuminate truth. If your presence irritates the demons in others, rejoice. It means that the power of the Most High is evident upon you. Those who carry bitterness may lash out, but those who seek truth will be drawn to your light. Do not shrink back. Let the power within you continue to unsettle the darkness around you. It is a mark of purpose, a testament to the calling that rests upon your life. There is a weight that only the chosen ones carry, the burden of being misjudged, misrepresented, and misunderstood. You strive to walk in truth, to live with integrity, to show genuine love and kindness, yet you find yourself accused of intentions you never had. Your heart is pure, but your motives are questioned. Your kindness is twisted into manipulation, your confidence mistaken for arrogance, your conviction labeled as intolerant. This is no coincidence, no mere series of misunderstandings. This is a strategic attack to break your spirit and silence your influence. The demons in others will always seek to discredit what they cannot control. When people cannot comprehend the light within you, they will attempt to reframe it as darkness. They will take your honesty and call it harshness. They will take your strength and call it dominance. They will take your discernment and call it judgment. These accusations are not rooted in truth, but in the insecurities, fears, and inner conflicts of those who refuse to confront their own darkness. Rather than facing their own shadows, they project them onto you, blaming you for the conviction they feel when your presence exposes what they wish to conceal. There will be times when you feel the sting of betrayal, when those you trusted, those you helped, and those you believed in turn against you. They will fabricate stories, twist your words, and create narratives that paint you as a villain. They will seek to isolate you, to damage your reputation, to make others doubt your integrity. It is a tactic to weaken you, to silence your voice, to make you question your own heart. They hope that if they can undermine your credibility, they can diminish the impact of the purpose within you. In the face of these false accusations, it can be tempting to defend yourself relentlessly, to prove your innocence, to make them see the truth. But know this: those who have already chosen to believe a lie have hardened their hearts to the truth. They do not seek understanding, they seek to justify their own darkness. You could speak until your voice is raw, present every piece of evidence, and still they would cling to the accusations because it serves their need to deflect from their own flaws. You cannot convince a heart that does not desire truth. However, do not allow the lies spoken about you to become a prison in your mind. Do not let the misunderstandings of others distort your own perception of who you are. You know your heart, you know your intentions, and the one who sees all knows your truth. Stand firm in your integrity, knowing that no amount of accusation can change the reality of your character. The truth does not need constant defense. It stands unshaken even when surrounded by lies. Your calling is greater than their slander, your purpose stronger than their deception. If you are falsely accused, misunderstood, or misrepresented, understand that this is not a reflection of your failure, but a revelation of the power within you. The darkness in others reacts violently to the light in you. Their attempts to distort your image are proof that your presence carries weight, that your voice carries authority, that your purpose is a threat to the plans of the enemy. Let them accuse, let them misunderstand, let them twist your intentions. Your purpose will prevail, and truth will always outlast deception. Stand tall, unshaken, and let the light within you continue to shine. There is a calculated effort that rises against those marked by divine purpose, a subtle yet deliberate attempt to hinder, distract, and derail you from the path set before you. When you carry a light that exposes darkness, when your purpose threatens the plans of the enemy, there will be those who seek to sabotage and manipulate your progress. These attempts are not always obvious or direct. Often they come cloaked in the guise of friendship, support, or concern. What appears to be helpful advice may be a disguised attempt to sow doubt. What seems like innocent criticism may be a calculated strike against your confidence. Manipulation thrives in deception, and those who seek to manipulate you will often play upon your compassion, your kindness, and your desire for peace. They will twist your willingness to understand into an opportunity to control. They will exploit your empathy, making you feel guilty for standing firm in your convictions. Their goal is to destabilize your purpose, to make you question yourself, to distract you from the calling that sets you apart. When they see that they cannot control you, they will attempt to control how others perceive you, whispering lies, spreading rumors, and planting seeds of doubt to weaken your influence. Sabotage, on the other hand, is more aggressive. It strikes at your opportunities, seeks to block your progress, and aims to dismantle what you have built. Have you ever wondered why doors that seemed open suddenly close without explanation? Why opportunities that were promised are withdrawn at the last moment? Why those who once supported you now question your worth and abilities? These are not mere coincidences. When you walk in purpose, there will always be those who attempt to pull you off course. They may undermine your work, disrupt your relationships, or create conflict in areas of your life that once flourished. It is crucial to discern when you are under attack. Not every disappointment, not every setback is the result of sabotage, but when patterns of chaos, confusion, and unexpected resistance appear repeatedly, take heed. There are those who smile to your face while working behind the scenes to see you fail. They may pretend to celebrate your victories while secretly hoping for your downfall. Their intentions are not always obvious, and that is what makes their tactic. They aim to make you feel isolated, to make you doubt yourself, to drain your energy fighting battles that were never yours to begin with. Yet, despite their efforts, there is a strength within you that cannot be extinguished. You must remain steadfast, anchored in your identity, rooted in your calling. Do not allow the schemes of manipulators to make you bitter or paranoid. Do not let the sabotage of others turn your heart cold or fearful. Recognize their tactics, but do not allow their strategies to consume your mind. What they cannot control they will attempt to destroy, but they do not hold the final authority over your destiny. Their manipulation may slow you, but it cannot stop you. Their sabotage may wound you, but it cannot defeat you. Understand this: those who seek to sabotage and manipulate you are driven by insecurity, fear, and the desire to maintain control. They see in you what they lack: purpose, strength, and divine favor. When their attempts to manipulate fail, their frustration will grow. When their sabotage does not succeed, their bitterness will deepen. But no weapon formed against you shall prosper. You are guarded by a power greater than any scheme of man. Stand firm, resist the manipulation, and refuse to let sabotage define your path. What is meant to harm you will only serve to strengthen you, and what they try to destroy will become a testimony of resilience. Isolation and rejection are heavy burdens that those marked by divine purpose often carry. When you are chosen, set apart, and walking in truth, there will be seasons when people distance themselves from you without explanation. Friends you once trusted may grow distant, loved ones may misunderstand you, and those who once walked beside you may now stand against you. The experience of rejection cuts deep because it strikes at the core of your need to belong, to be understood, and to yet understand this: your isolation is not a sign of failure, but a testament to the power within you. Rejection often arises because your light exposes what others prefer to keep hidden. Your authenticity disrupts their masks. Your truth disrupts their comfortable lies. People who are unwilling to confront their own darkness may find your presence uncomfortable, even intolerable. It is easier for them to push you away than to face the conviction your life brings. They may criticize you to justify their own complacency. They may label you as too much, too intense, or too righteous, because they cannot handle the weight of your authenticity. Their rejection is not a reflection of your inadequacy, but of their own unwillingness to change. There will be moments when the rejection feels relentless, when the isolation becomes a wilderness experience. You may find yourself alone, wondering if there is anyone who truly understands you. The enemy will use this isolation to whisper lies, telling you that you are unwanted, unloved, and unworthy. He will try to convince you that there is something fundamentally wrong with you, that you are flawed beyond repair. But hear this clearly: your isolation is not punishment, it is preparation. In the silence of isolation, you are being refined, strengthened, and drawn closer to the source of your identity. Isolation can feel like a prison, but it can also be a place of revelation. When others withdraw, it becomes an opportunity for you to draw near to the one who called you. When people shut you out, it forces you to seek the one who has never abandoned you. There is a depth of intimacy that is found in the wilderness of rejection, a revelation that is born from solitude. In the quiet, you learn to hear the still, small voice that affirms your worth, your calling, and your value. What feels like abandonment is often divine separation, a setting apart for something greater. Rejection can also be a form of divine protection. Some doors close to guard you from those who would misuse your heart. Some relationships fall apart because they were not rooted in truth. There are those who reject you not because they despise you, but because they cannot control you. They cannot manipulate you or mold you to fit their expectations. so they choose to distance themselves. Rejection protects you from people who would hinder your purpose, dilute your anointing, or diminish your identity. Not every loss is a setback. Sometimes it is a safeguard against destruction. Yet, the pain of isolation is real. It is not easy to stand in a room full of people and feel alone. It is not easy to reach out, only to be met with silence. The human heart longs for connection, for belonging, for understanding. But understand this: those who reject you are not rejecting you. They are rejecting the truth that you carry. They reject the conviction that your presence brings. They reject the standard that your life upholds. If they cannot accept your truth, they cannot accept you, because you are inseparable from the purpose within you. Do not allow isolation to make you bitter or resentful. Do not let rejection turn your heart hard or guarded. Let it deepen your discernment but not destroy your compassion. Let it strengthen your resolve but not steal your ability to love. Those who are meant to be part of your journey will be drawn to the truth in you, not repelled by it. The right people will see your worth without demanding that you diminish yourself to be accepted. They will honor the light in you, not try to extinguish it. Until they come, walk confidently in your calling, even if you must walk alone. If you find yourself isolated, misunderstood, and rejected, know this: you are not alone. Many who have walked in purpose before you have faced the same loneliness, the same misunderstanding, the same rejection. It is a mark of the anointing on your life. The wilderness is not permanent, it is a season. Stand firm, even in isolation. Hold on to the truth of who you are, even when others cannot see it. Trust that the one who set you apart is the one who walks beside you, even in the silence. What feels like rejection today will become a testimony of resilience tomorrow. Mockery and disrespect are weapons wielded by those who cannot comprehend the strength of conviction within you. When you walk in truth, when you stand firm in faith, and when you carry yourself with purpose, there will be those who attempt to belittle what they cannot understand. They scoff at your values, criticize your choices, and ridicule your devotion. Not because you are wrong, but because the light within you confronts the darkness within them. Mockery is a defense mechanism for the insecure, a shield for the guilty, a voice for the intimidated. What they ridicule, they fear. What they mock, they cannot control. Disrespect often disguises itself as humor, a joke at your expense, a sarcastic comment that stings, a passive-aggressive remark masked as just playing. They try to make you feel small because your presence exposes their lack. They try to diminish your worth because your conviction reveals their compromise. They may belittle your values, questioning why you hold to principles that seem outdated or unnecessary. They mock your faith, branding it as foolishness or weakness. Yet their disdain is not rooted in truth, but in their inability to comprehend the courage it takes to walk a path they have not chosen. There will be those who attack your integrity because it unsettles their comfort. They may call you self-righteous, holier than thou, or accuse you of being judgmental. They misinterpret your conviction as condemnation because your standards shine a light on their compromise. Understand that their criticism is a reflection of their own inner conflict. They are at war with themselves, torn between the truth they recognize and the lives they choose to live. Your authenticity irritates the facade they present, and rather than confronting their own shortcomings, they turn their frustration toward you. Mockery is not just an attempt to wound you, it is an effort to silence you. If they can make you question your beliefs, if they can make you doubt your purpose, if they can make you ashamed of your convictions, then they believe they have gained power over you. They hope that if they ridicule you enough, you will shrink back, compromise, and silence the truth that disturbs them. When mockery fails to silence you, disrespect becomes more overt, an attempt to intimidate, to wear you down, to make you question whether standing firm is worth the cost. It is difficult to endure mockery, especially when it comes from those you care about. When friends, family, or those you once trusted turn their ridicule against you, the wound runs deeper. You may wonder if you should compromise to maintain peace, if you should water down your truth to fit in, if you should lower your standards to avoid conflict. Yet, understand this: compromise for the sake of acceptance is not peace, it is captivity. If they require you to abandon your convictions to gain their approval, their acceptance is not worth having. Better to stand alone in truth than to conform in deception. Mockery often tests your resolve. It is a refining fire that separates those who are committed from those who are merely convenient. The more relentless the ridicule, the more powerful the purpose within you. If your faith, your values, your convictions are so threatening that they must be mocked, then there is something undeniably powerful about what you carry. The enemy does not waste his efforts on what is ineffective. He attacks what he fears. He ridicules what he cannot control. He disrespects what he cannot diminish. Stand firm, for the very fact that you are mocked is evidence that you are making an impact. Responding to mockery and disrespect can be a challenge. The temptation is to retaliate, to defend yourself with equal disdain, to prove your worth through arguments and debates. But wisdom speaks in restraint. When they mocked and scorned the most powerful figures of truth, their silence often spoke louder than any rebuttal. You do not owe an explanation to those committed to misunderstanding you. Your worth is not up for debate, your calling is not contingent on their approval, and your value is not defined by their opinion. Silence in the face of mockery is not weakness, it is wisdom. Yet silence does not mean surrender. When the mockery is persistent, when the disrespect is consistent, there may come a time to speak, not to defend but to confront. There is a time to draw boundaries, to refuse to be treated as less than who you are. If they mock your beliefs, stand firm without apology. If they ridicule your faith, hold to it with greater tenacity. If they disrespect your values, do not waver to accommodate their comfort. To stand firm in the face of mockery is a testament to the strength within you, a declaration that your identity is anchored in truth, not the approval of those who scorn you. Remember this: mockery is temporary, but truth endures. Their ridicule may echo for a moment, but your conviction will stand for a lifetime. The more they mock, the more they reveal the depth of the fear within them. The more they disrespect, the more they expose the insecurity they carry. Hold your ground, not out of pride but out of purpose. The very things they mock are often the things they secretly admire but lack the courage to embrace. Let your steadfastness become a mirror to their own unfulfilled potential. Mockery and disrespect are part of the journey of those who are chosen. It is a refining process, a test of endurance, a challenge to remain true. Stand firm, unwavering, knowing that the ridicule of others does not define your worth. The truth you carry is greater than their scorn, and the purpose within you is more powerful than their mockery. Let them mock. Let them disrespect. Your identity is anchored in a truth that cannot be shaken. Hold fast, remain unashamed, and let your unwavering conviction become a testament to the strength within you.